In 1 year, 2 women have created an impressive endeavor. From cultural dance, music, animation, ventriloquism, and other artistic pursuits, Anna and Alexandra share their Peruvian culture with Winnipeg through Inka Warriors. Let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Ana La Rosa, and I'm part of Inka Warriors dance group. What we do is, we try to do a lot of things to bring our Peruvian culture here to Winnipeg, to Manitoba, and if we can, one day, all over Canada. Yeah, we're a group of women right now that dance, that share our culture, and we just want to keep that alive for our other generations.
Thank you for having us. My name is Alexandra. I'm also Peruvian. I'm one of the leaders, same as Ana. Me and Ana create this dance studio. At first, we started with just as dancers, but by now we are truly believe that we are artists that represent Peru in different ways, singing, making ventriloquist, myth, telling histories. We also dance. We also do events, organize them all around. So yeah, we have a variety on skills, and we all are women. And so in part of this process, we try to empowerment them, create a nice team, friendship, and a representation of Peru.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting when we got the email about the work that you're doing. I was looking through just the variety of items, and I was like, wow, you two are pretty busy in the types of content and mediums that you're exploring. For the dancing group Inka Warriors, how about we talk about that, the formation of the group here in Winnipeg, and the different types of performances and things that you do?
To be honest, after you read all my email and our bio and presentation, when the persons come to us and we share about a little bit our history, about our products and stuff, most of the persons say, "Oh my God, Alexandra, how long you been on this?" And I'm like, this July we will turn and it will be our first year.
1 year, and you're already this involved in all these different aspects.
Yes, and that means 2 aspects, or maybe more than 2 aspects. One is our members, that I can have numerous dreams and numerous ideas, but they make it happen and they make it real. We find on our road so many people that trust on us and open doors to us to explore our skills and to reach much more audience and to reach our community. So yeah, we start just me and Ana with our self names. We was in Inka Warriors, and it was on. We represent, we dance marinera, which is our main product on a dance area. And it was Ana and me. We dance. I see the video now, and I realized, why, Alexandra, you never smile on that video? You was dancing. But it was so much at first. We was like scared and stressed. But when we come out of the stage, we realized that the whole viewers and community was like, wanted to know and want to see much more, right? So that was the point where I came with Ana and said, Ana, we need to make it this in a formal way, and the sky is the limit, right? And then we start to research about, okay, we will need to find a name to represent. And I think Inka is one of the main culture on Peru and all South America. It was a big empire, right? And for us, moving out of our country and building back our roots and culture is plus all the challenges as immigrants that we need to pass through.
Definitely.
Okay, that actually bring up our warrior side. I think we choose that name that represent us. Represent all the members. So Inka Warriors is mean that, the fighting, the fire that we have inside, that we will fight for our dreams. And yeah, that it is. And that is how you have us here.
Yeah. So Anna, why don't you walk me through your experiences over this past year? Like, it sounds like it's been a crazy ride already, so much accomplished, and it's so exciting to hear how much of the community is engaged and excited about the work that you're doing in terms of representing Peruvian culture.
Yes, of course. It's been all over this year. It's been really crazy because, well, some of us are mothers. I have a toddler at home. So between dividing my time as a mom, as a wife, and now also trying to represent Peruvians and bring the entire community together through our products. So yeah, it's been crazy, but we've been able, with the help of of our other members, we are very thankful for that, because you can do as much as you can, but with the help of others and the entire community, we can create something big. As Alexandra said, we started with marinera, yes, but with time we started to do other dances like the jungle dance, Machitas Caporal also, that represents, the jungle in Peru. The other one represents the mountains. Marinera is from the coast. Then we have someone, Lindsay, she sings. So she's trying to bring some of our Peruvian songs here, right? The traditions. Now, also, I am very involved with the kids. So, and the girls also, because they are moms and everything. So we're trying to bring some legends and myths from our culture. And we represent it through a ventriloquist. I'm trying to learn that. I have to accept I'm not a ventriloquist, but I've been practicing a lot.
You're not a ventriloquist yet.
Yeah, in the process of. And I've been always very involved with kids. So yeah, we want to also capture that, so our heritage is not lost, right? Because immigration is very difficult for everyone, and and maintaining your language, maintaining your culture. I know that for the different cultures here, not only the Latinos or the Peruvians, for everyone it's difficult to maintain that, no? And also it's important to value through our work other communities, right? Yeah. So when you value your own community, you can value the others, and you can value the process of all of us living together nicely in a country like here, like Canada, that is very welcoming for all of us.
Yeah, well, that's really exciting. And as you're mentioning before, wearing all these different hats in addition to being a mother, I mean, that's a great example of what it means to be a warrior. Being involved while being a mother all at the same time, it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, and it's a situation that more than one person can feel related with. So the message that we want to deliver is that you can still be a mom, a wonderful mom. You can be a worker, with your goals and stuff. But also you are able to develop or enjoy your passion as well. Here or there, you're still being the same person. So if you have some time, we can develop it together, because of course not all the time. We also have vacations, we also have things to take care of. So but when you have a team, then we cover to each other.
For the listeners today, you've come in with amazing different costumes and items. How about we go through both your different outfits and kind of the inspirations?
Yeah, well, right now I'm on the costume of Machitas Caporal, which is a dance that came from Altiplanos del Peru, come from the Andes, okay? And we share this type of music with Bolivia, Peru, okay? The traditional representation is the girls with small skirts, super sexy, super colorful, sweet, nice movement with the hips and all the stuff. In this year, on this generation, and me always trying to look for a variety of a woman, right, and the versatility that they can have, I'm representing Machitas Caporal, which is the strong empowerment version of a woman that do not need to use just a skirt to feel sexy or to feel nice, sensual, or to show also the softness. Machitas Caporal is just a product made for women that represent this. We use sweeps, we jump, we scream, so we use another tools that in the other version do not use it. Our first performance was this past weekend. I think nobody see it before here in Winnipeg, and they do not expect that we will present this. And actually, I get happy with the reaction of the audience, and it's empowerment 100% for women.
Of course.
This product, and how you see it's colorful. I try to design the costumes always predominate red and white, which is the color of the flag of Peru. So that is Machitas Caporal.
So, well, I am dressed as I'm representing the Amazon, the jungle. So through this dance called Anaconda, we will have more later on. But the one that we have represent, it's called Anaconda, and it's something to be in touch with the nature, in touch with our own resources, our own nature, and to take care of them. We also in this is one of the representative costumes for the Aboriginals in Peru, in the part of the jungle, and I think it's very beautiful, colorful, and that represents part of our culture as well through coast, jungle, and mountains. We have such a big variety. If you can see here, we have some colors. In this case, yes, we are wearing a skirt because in the jungle it's really hot, right? But we are still a strong woman. It doesn't matter what you wear. We want to represent that we should take care of our own land, right? Everywhere.
I think that's an interesting thing about when we're looking at Latin American countries, the relationship between colonization and the indigenous folks there, and how the cultures have changed over time, something that we've seen here in Canada as well. And you're mentioning representing those indigenous cultures, those indigenous peoples.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we think it's important to recognize them as part of our main culture. The process of colonization, I think it happened everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing is to make see the good part about the shock of the two cultures, right? Mm-hmm. Preserving its own original state. We are a mix of everything, so we should be happy. Yeah, we should be happy about who we are, and we are very proud of our indigenous roots and also our Spanish roots as well.
Okay, so I mean, that's part of this the Inka Warriors group in general, right? It's sharing that Peruvian culture with people, increasing awareness about Peru and the people from there.
Yeah, I believe Peru, I think when it happened, when the person said, oh, where are you from, right? I say Peru, and so many persons know it, and they told me immediately, Machu Picchu, right? and it's one of the biggest beauties, right, in the world. But yes, we have Machu Picchu, definitely, but we also have a variety of
it's not just one thing. It's a huge country.
Yeah, we have coast, Andes, and Amazon. So we do have lots of variety on food, products, dances, attractive for tourism. So we have a big variety. And that is also our work to do, is to bring culture and explain to people that we have this variety that is safe, right? Because also they have so much expectation about, the safety when they travel, right? So we also get the chance to guide them and take a good decision to the South America.
But something that she said that I think is very important is that it's our job as immigrants to promote our culture, right? Because someone that is from here, they don't need to know it, right? So it's us, the ones that are in charge of passing that knowledge to other cultures and also to our kids, right?
Yeah, and I mean, when people are thinking about Latin America and Latinos and Latinas, they often think of just Mexico or Brazil,
That's correct.
But South America and Central America is much broader than that. There's such a variety of different cultures, and like just looking at your costumes right now, completely different than if we were looking at Brazilian costumes or something.
Yeah. And actually, when we live in our countries, right? We think and we see the other countries as a super different to each other, right? But honestly, now that we are in the other side, we are in Canada in a different place, and we try to build our community and all this stuff. Now that when I see them on a stage, so many details on the way they move and the way they represent, maybe me knowing all these because we are in that industry, we share much more roots than we think, right? And not just in South America. Also, we do share lots of roots with Africa and Europe, Spain, right? So we have a variety, right? We have a variety, and we try to represent it right? And we try to give this product, depends where we are showing, right, where the event is happening, just so it match with the entire product.
But definitely, as you say, like if you ask someone, okay, South America or Latin America, it comes to your mind right away, Mexico and Brazil. So we are really proud not only of our community, the Peruvian community and our group, but the other groups from others, countries in South America, that we are all making an effort to make, that chip change a bit. Like, okay, it's not South America, Latin America is not only those countries, which have a very beautiful culture and everything. But yeah, we are very proud of everything that we've gone through the past year.
Yeah, it's recognizing those similarities, those roots that you're mentioning, but also celebrating the differences between them.
The mixture of it, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
And I mean, here in Winnipeg, we've seen a massive boom, the Latino community here. And I mean, it is that umbrella. Like, it's lots of Latin American countries, Latino communities coming together. But, it's grown so quickly because I've been doing some research into it. And it's like 20 years ago, it was much smaller than it is today.
Even 7 years ago, when I arrived here, I was like, where are the Peruvians here, right? And then through the years, and then, well, I was really busy at work, but now that I have a bit more time as a mom and everything, I was able to find all this group of amazing people, right, that make me feel welcome and make me feel that, yes, I'm in Canada and I feel nice, I feel good here, and I feel good being in touch with other cultures, but I have my little community here, and I can feel that I'm at home as well.
Yeah, and one other thing that we constantly find is that the persons come with so much dreams from different countries, immigrate, right? They come with the entire family. One of them usually study, the other one works, and the kids and stuff, and one of the things that I find on them is one of the hardest part to find, because job and I don't know, documents and stuff is something that you find out. There is a bunch of information on site or guides that you can, read and make good decisions. But the hard part to fill is the social part, right? Because is not something that you come out and say, I want friends, I want good persons.
I think anyone can relate to that, trying to make friends.
Yeah, so the social part is hard. Right? Sometimes the persons want to feel that connection as a family, that warmth, that safe area, safe space where they can just drain the frustrations, right? So, and they do feel better in their own languages. So, believe it or not, even we are a dance studio. We also are that small piece, that space that give the women, in this case, to drain, to relax, to find themselves on their own road, right? And motivate their families. So, yeah, it is a big work, and I can't stop talking about it.
Building community, as well as, we touched on this much earlier, reinforcing and learning about culture and heritage. Like, there's so many organizations trying right now to be like, okay, let's preserve the language, our native homelands, and share it with communities, because it is a benefit. Like, there's a couple generations of people who have lost their language now, and they're having a hard time. I watched a short film about the exploration of Filipinos here in Manitoba and how a lot of them have lost the language and now they're trying to reclaim it, right? Like there was a lot of people who are like, oh, you don't need it. You don't need to be othered out. You know, you look different. You don't also need to speak differently. But we're seeing that shift in how people understand culture, the understanding of embracing diversity and cultures.
That's right. I totally agree with you. And actually, yesterday I was talking to some of the moms to the play group that I go. Some of them are Chinese, other ones are Filipino, and I'm the only Spanish one there. But they little by little understand that preserving their language is so important, right? So yeah, it's super important, but also, you know, knowing the language from the youth, you know, English, French, and your own language. It's amazing, you know, how kids, for example, kids in school, how they can just learn super fast tons of languages. So
they have that flexibility.
If us as a parents, we can do that, we can teach them our own language, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. And like it's that cultural shift over time, because in this documentary, they're talking about like the, it's the like Filipino Teachers Association or something like that here in Manitoba. I can't quite remember the name correctly, but you know, they started a language program many years ago back in the 90s. And I mean, it's grown now in popularity and having people engage in it. But when they're talking to the parents to be like, hey, if we had this option available, would you want to? A lot of parents were like, no, I don't think so. My kid doesn't need to learn Filipino or Tagalog. Like, oh, we want them to speak English sort of thing. Oh, we don't want them to have an accent or a thing like that. And it's like, you know, it was detrimental. A lot of these kids now growing up are like, wow, I feel separated from something. I feel empty at moments. And people who are on their language are saying like, hey, this is something that I'm connecting to now. And it feels like I'm now whole. Like that piece of the puzzle is there. And I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to, like new immigrants coming in, preserving the culture, second, third generation families wanting to preserve it. And I think for myself and a lot of other, native born Canadians who have been here for many, many, many generations, there is an aspect of culture that we lost. My background is Mennonite, but I'm not really connected to it anymore. And how many other Canadians are Irish or Welsh or from somewhere else, and they've got zero connection to that. And I think that's important, that for anyone to embrace cultural diversity and, you know, to learn about themselves as well.
Yes, it's a big piece of who you are, right? As long as outside there is a variety, as long as there is a proposal, then they can choose and be free if they want to be connected, if they want to learn some more, right? And we also share the same idea as, yes, we are Peruvians, but we also give our culture and show and teach our culture to whoever wants to learn from. So even a perfect example is that in our members, one of them is not Peruvian, but she has the right to represent Peru because she gives time to learn from our culture, and I feel honored to give that piece of me to others. This idea of bringing culture is just to multiply, right? It's just to blow it up, right? So doesn't matter which nationality you are coming from or what type of flag you have. For me, everyone looks the same. Everyone is the same. Everyone has the right to learn. Everyone have the right to shine, to bright, to develop their skills, right? And to us as a team, create new products for each of the members.
Yeah, I think that's the powerful part about Canada, right? It's that multicultural aspect and embracing multiculturalism, not just be like, oh, look, there's all these different groups here. That's cool. It's like, no, it's that bridging and connecting with them. Like there's so many multicultural festivals of people being able to go experience, try out the food, learn a little bit of the language, see the dance and regalia and costumes.
Yeah, exactly. I have to admit that I'm in love with Filipino food. It's amazing. So, not only just because I'm Latino, I'm going to like the Latino food and I'm just going to be close. No, Filipino food, Chinese food, Ukrainian food, everything. It's like, that's what makes Canada such a great place, because you have a variety, such a huge variety of things to learn.
Yeah, and I think that's like the exciting thing about Winnipeg and Manitoba is the immigrant populations that are coming here, making such a wide array of people. And it's always exciting, like going to Taste of Asia, seeing how many different Asian communities are here in Winnipeg and seeing the variety. It's really exciting. Like for a lot of times going to these events, I'm like, wow, it's kind of exciting to be the only white guy there.
Yeah, and coming up, this statement is that at the beginning, when we start, we find out organizations or events that it was just for a specific community. So when we sent our regular emails, with our bio and telling a little bit of what we was doing, right? They were so polite, so gentle, but we wasn't matching, of course, with their culture or what they want to show. But by now, as we start to grow and as we start to expand the variety that we have and stuff, we find organizations and persons that create events that much more open and able to have this exchange of culture. So I think in the end of the day, yes, we all want to share that variety. We are so proud of our own culture, but we also embrace and bring with us much more cultures around.
Yeah, it's that understanding of cultural appreciation, Now I can't say cultural appreciation versus cultural appropriation, which is like a challenge that we saw back in the like 2010, 2000s. But I think we've kind of come out around the corner to where people are embracing culture, hungry to learn about it.
Yes. By now, I don't know, I was raised and I was born in Peru, but we all have a mixture of all around the world, So, that make you rich, that make you a variety, and that make you also appreciate others.
If someone's wanting to learn more about Peruvian culture or about Inka Warriors in general, where can they go? Where can they go to find out more information?
Yeah, well, we do have an Instagram, a page that we are trying to grow much more in the community. So you can find it as Inka Warriors Dance Group. We also have a Facebook page with the same name, and also a phone number where you can contact, and we can you can have an answer. Quick answer, personal side, 204-558-4828. And a big variety. How I said, we do have an Amazon product, we do have an Andes product, a Coast product. We also have a ventriloquist. We also have a live music, playing instruments, a traditional music back home. We also have, like a MCs. And actually, we do have an event coming up on June the 9th for kids. So we are in charge of the whole program with, making games with them, being MCs, face painting, all with our own members. So again, we start as dancers, but by now we are a mixture of artists, with different skills. And yeah.
With that said, I want to just add that if you want to be part of our group, you're very welcome. You don't need to speak Spanish. We can speak English for sure. You don't need to be a dancer. You don't need to have experience in dancing. You can have other abilities, because we're trying to diverse as much as possible. So everyone is welcome. Other cultures, other people, everyone. So please, if you really want to develop your any of the skills that we are trying to develop, you are very welcome to join us.
Just to connect with the culture. And again, we are not professional ones, but we act like a professional ones, and we give the products with the highest level we can. And so with that being said, it's just to motivate anyone that they can make it happen. And as a team, as a group, is the brightness, is the shine that everyone put on it, to make it happen and make it bigger.
Have any stories you'd like us to share or communities we should highlight? Leave a comment on our social media or reach out to us on our website. I'm Ryan Funk. This was You Talk, and have yourself a good one.